Hello everyone, and welcome to KCAT News. I'm Tyler Fox.
And I'm Austin Fonenstill. We have a packed show for you this week, so let's start things off by throwing over to Ethan and the spring play.
Now that the fall musical is over and spring is coming into season, I caught up with Mrs. Miller to talk more about the spring play.
12 Angry Jurors. It is a court case where the jurors have been released to decide the verdict, and they can't seem to come to an agreement. If you like a mystery, if you like puzzles, if you like having to think a little bit, it is definitely a very good play. It's not a lot of movement. There wasn't a whole lot of money spent on this one. The actors and actresses that have come together are very creative and have taken on their characters very well. There are a lot of new faces on the stage this time, and the crew has done a marvelous job in putting together our set.
Wow, it seems like it's going to be an awesome play, and thanks to the cast and crew of the spring play in order to make this happen. That's all from me. I'm Ethan Benson, KCAT News.
Thanks, Ethan. Now let's throw it over to Forensics with Robert.
On Monday, April 10th, the Mulvane High School held its first forensics team of the year. Here we saw over 20 schools enter and 342 entries. That's a lot of people, all to compete for the Mulvane Traveling Trophy, the wrestling belt. Sterling took it away in first, Mays in runner-up, and Hutch in third. Wow, guys, what a great tournament. Can't wait to see the turnout next year. Robert Long, KCAT News.
Thanks, Robert. Can't wait to see how our forensics team performs during the rest of the season.
Now let's throw it over to Austin with sports.
Thanks, Tyler. Last Thursday, the varsity baseball team played Clearwater at home. Mulvane won the first game 9-3, with Kyler Vandergiesen getting the win. The Wildcats also won the second game 9-4, with Ethan Boo getting the win of that game. This past Monday, the baseball team traveled to Buhler, where they lost both games. The first game 3-13, and the second game 1-3. Their next game is against El Dorado here at home next Monday. If you're not too busy, be sure to come out and support them. Varsity softball was very busy this past week. They played at Clearwater last Thursday. The ladies won their first game 17-7 and their second game 16-1. Then they turned around to play at Augusta the next day, where they split the win, winning the first game 8-3, but lost the second game 1-8. This Monday they played at Buhler, where they won both games, first game 2-0 and the second game 14-2. Just like baseball, they have their next meet at home against El Dorado. Girls soccer played Buhler at home last Thursday. J.C. Johnston scored off a cross from Morgan Mitchell in the first half. Then Morgan Mitchell scored off a direct kick in the second half, giving the Lady Wildcats a 2-0 win. They also played at Augusta this past Monday. Augusta started off ahead by scoring their only goal of the game during the first half. But then later on during the first half, Kylie Mielek scored a goal to tie the game going into halftime. During the second half, Morgan Mitchell scored off a penalty kick, putting the Wildcats in the lead, 2-1. Moving on to boys golf, they played at Andover last Monday, with Mulvane taking 14th place with a score of 473. Last Thursday, the boys played at Wellington, with Mulvane taking a score of 392, putting them in 8th place. During this game, Gage Milan set a new personal record with a score of 89. The golf team also played in Keeneman this past Tuesday, and I will have those results for you next week. And last but not least this week is track and field, which had their home meet last Friday. Highlights of the meet included Chase Pinka with a height of 8 feet during the girls' pole vault and Chase Millich taking 11 feet for the boys. Drew Ellis reached a height of 20 feet and 1 inch during the boys' long jump. Taryn Green got 101 feet and 3 inches during the girls' javelin, and Lane Becker took 151 feet and 4 inches for the boys. Jaden Price ran 11.06 seconds during the boys' 100 meter and 23.12 seconds during the boys' 200 meter. And Cade Gerlach ran 10 minutes and 30.43 seconds during the boys' 3,200 meter. Overall, the ladies took 4th for Mulvane, and the guys took 2nd. Great job, athletes. For KCAT News, I'm Austin Fonenstill. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, this concludes our broadcast today. Thanks for watching KCAT News.
Achoo!